Good day, everyone. Welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a bearings problem, a problem that I realize that a lot of students get a lot of trouble with. So let us just jump right in and see how to do these types of problems. The diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows the relative positions of three fishing boats, K, L, and M. L is on a bearing of 40 degrees from K, and M is due south of L. So this is important, that L is on a bearing 40 degrees from K, and M is due south of L. That's important. LM is equal to 120 kilometers, and KL is 80 kilometers. On the diagram, show the bearing of 40 degrees. Well, we are told that L, at this point, is on a bearing of 40 degrees from K. So that's this right here. Remember, we always take the bearing clockwise. So this is 40 degrees from the north. This here is the north arrow for L, which would imply that this here is the south, right? But we are told that M is due south of L. But we already finished the first one. So we want to know what is the measure of angle KLM. So that's this angle here that they want. Well, notice if I continue this line up here, there's two ways you could have done it. By using Z angles, notice that this line is parallel to this one, and get that this is 40 right away. Or we could have connect some lines. Notice that this is 90 degrees. This is another 90 degrees. And if this is 40, this has to be 50, which would imply that inside there is 40 degrees. Either way is fine. So the angle, the measure of KLM is equal to 40 degrees. Okay, nice. They want us now to calculate the length to the nearest kilometer of km. All right, so that's this length here that they want. And how are we going to measure that? Well, we have two sides and an angle, and the angle is opposite that what we want, opposite the side that we want. So the best rule to use here is the cosine rule. So what does the cosine rule say? So this is, since this is L, I'll label this side little l, this side is little k, and this side is little m. The cosine rule states that L squared is equal to k squared plus m squared minus 2km cosine the angle L. That's how it's capital L because of where the angle is. So we could work out this pretty quickly. So L squared, k squared, it is 120, so that's 120 squared, plus m, it is 80 squared, so that is 80, minus 2 by 120 by 80 cosine 40. Now you can go ahead and simplify this further, but I'm going to just give you the answer. So the answer would be, well, all right, allow me to simplify it. So L squared is equal to 120 squared, that is 14,400. 80 squared is 6,400 minus 2 by 120 by 80 times cosine of 40 is equal to 14,708, well, 0.1. Right, but remember we need to put our value to the nearest kilometer. So allow me to finish the calculation. Allow me to erase this piece of the calculation to finish it. So I'll just Move these up. All right. So continuing, simplifying. We have 14,000 plus 64, 14,400 plus 6,400. That is 20,800. And then you are subtracting 14,708.1 from that. So that will give you 6,091.9. So L will be the square root of that value, which will be equal to, and remember we want our value to the nearest kilometer. So that would be around 78 kilometers. So we can now go back and put the value of this side, which would be 78 kilometers. Calculate the measure of angle LKM. LKM, that's this angle here. Now we can use the sine rule for this because we want to know what is this angle big K. So remember that the sine rule is given in this context, it will be sine of K over K is equal to sine M over M, which is equal to sine L over L. Okay, lovely. So we'll use the sine rule. So since I want sine K, I could use, since I want sine K, I could use the opposite sides that I have, which is L and K. So I would use this and is equal to this. I will get that sine of the angle that I'm looking for over 120, because the opposite side to that is 120, is equal to sine of 40 over 78 cross multiply, and you get sine K is equal to 120 sine 40 over 78. Notice we want this to the nearest degree. So you could simplify this a little bit. So we'll get sine K is equal to .9. So K would be equal to sine inverse of 0.99. So K would be 82 degrees. And that is the nearest degree. So calculate the bearing of M from K. So the bearing from M from K would be this entire line here. So this was 82 degrees. So the bearing from K of M from K would be 40 plus 82. This would be 40 plus 82, which would be equal to 122 degrees. And that concludes this video. I hope it was instructive, and stay tuned for more examples like this one and others that will assist you at this level. Thank you for tuning in again. See you in the next video.